Hey, what's up guys, and welcome back to another video. In this episode, I'm going to give you the review of the AirPods Pro, and I'm going to tell you that the title that you just saw as to how you can get AirPods Pro for 1900 rupees, well, that was purely clickbait because I didn't mention that they were Apple AirPods Pro. So in this video, I'm going to give you my review and my verdict on a 1:1 clone of the Apple AirPods Pro. So this is a generic brand. I actually got it from a website called Unbox Your Mobile. So I'm going to let you know that for 1900 rupees, is it worth it? How similar is it? How dangerously close is it to the actual thing? Because I actually happen to own the original Apple AirPods Pros. So this was a good head-to-head comparison as to what the differences are and how the iPhone is able to interact with these clones and how good these clones have gotten. So first I'm going to show you the original Apple AirPods Pro box that it comes in. So this is the original one that I own, and it's got a raised area over here where the AirPods are actually, you can see these. So you can actually feel it, it's raised. It's got the AirPods Pro logo over here and the Apple logo over here. And overall the box feels very premium because Apple pays a lot of attention to the actual unboxing experience. So they literally spend millions of dollars on your unboxing experience. They want it to be as premium and as smooth as possible. And the reason I say smooth is because you'll see there are many boxes out there when you're unboxing other headphones or phones where you have to put your nails in to get to the edge to actually open the box. But with Apple, once you take off the sticker, the seal, they want it to be a very smooth experience. So let me just give you a demo that with this box, you can just raise the top as smoothly. So they actually spend money on what speed and how smoothly you can open it. So it's insane the amount of detail and research they put into this. Now, I'm going to show you the replicas case now. So it is a 1:1 copy. So it is exactly the same, except that the box feels much more flimsy and light. It's got a bit of some raised edges here where the earbuds are, but not as much as the original case. Now, you've also got the font here, AirPods Pro, but the print is nowhere near as good. You've also got the Apple logo on this side, which looks really bad. It's a very bad print. And everything else is literally the same. Now, just for comparison, let me show you the unboxing experience of the replica, the clone. So as you can see, this is your typical unboxing. It's not opening, so I have to get my nail in somewhere, and then, yeah, it's a very bad unboxing experience. Now, inside the box, you get a Lightning to USB-C cable, and you get some spare ear tips inside the box. Okay, I think I just dropped one. Anyway, so you get some spare ear tips and the cable, so that's all good. Now, the scary thing is, I'm going to show you the actual AirPods, the case and the AirPods Pro themselves. And the first time I laid my eyes on it, I was shocked as to how good this replica is. There is no way even a trained eye would be able to, just by looking at it from a distance or even up close, to straight away tell you that this is a replica. It's only when you really inspect it up close that you get to know. So this here is the AirPods Pro, the clone. And when I say it's a 1:1 clone, I mean it. This is exact. Now, like I said, once you inspect it closer, you'll get to know. So it's got an LED here in the front. There is a button at the back as well. And usually it's the pairing button, and when you press it, you can see the amount of charge that is there. It gives you an idea. So if it glows green on the original one, you know it's got enough charge left. If it's orange, then you know you have to put it to charge. With this, when you press the button, it does no such thing. Nothing happens. So I've pressed a number of times, it doesn't happen. So now let me show you my original Apple AirPods Pro and compare it to the clone. So without telling you anything, which one do you think is the clone? And which one do you think is the original one? Take a guess. If you think this is the clone, well, actually, This is the original one, and this is the clone. So you can see when they say it's a 1:1 clone, it is exact. The dimensions are exact. I mean, there is no way of you kind of finding out which is the clone. And they both obviously charge via lightning. Now, if you inspect it up close, is that at the back of the clones, it's written designed by Apple in California and assembled in USA. Whereas the one I have has designed by Apple in California and assembled in China. And the print on the original one is obviously much more refined and higher quality, while on the clone, it looks, well, really bad. So that is when you get to know the subtle differences. Now, near the LED as well, the original AirPods Pro has a very smooth finish, no jagged edges, whereas the fake one, the clone, you can see the poor finish, but it is still something you can very easily overlook. All right, so now obviously we know that Apple started this whole thing of when you open the case, you get that really nice animation on your iPhone where you can see the amount of charge that's left in the case and in the earbuds themselves. And that was a trend that Apple started. Now, I was waiting to see if the clones would be recognized by the iPhone as an AirPods Pro. Okay, so here are where the problem starts. So first I'm going to show you where when I open my original AirPods Pro charging case, you'll see the animation. So this is the typical animation. It shows you the amount of charge in the case and the earbuds. And when you close it, it goes away. Pretty seamless, typical Apple fashion. Okay, so now I'm going to open the clone AirPods Pro and we are going to see if we see any animation or not. So here is my screen and I've opened the case. As you can see, it does nothing. So I was finding a hard time actually trying to pair this. So then I put it to charge. So I'm just going to show you, I've already reviewed this as well. So I have a charging pad here. So I'm going to connect the clones. I'm going to put it to charge. And I don't know if you can see, it's going to blink green and orange, just to let you know that it's charging. Yeah, so there it is, it's blinking. So now with this charging, I am going to open the charging case. Immediately, you get this notification. And it's the original animation. So basically, the phone is unable to kind of realize that these are fake AirPod Pros. So this is how good these replicas are. But like I said, because it's a replica, this animation, charging animation or the pairing animation only happened when it's plugged in and charging. It doesn't happen when you have the case in your hand. So that's one strange thing. So now, if I go to connect this, so I'm going to press on connect and it's going to tell me to long press the button at the back and I'm doing that. And there you go, it's paired. And look at that animation. Now you get to see the amount of charge in the case and the earbuds themselves. So this is pretty insane. So you can imagine the iPhone could not detect that these are fake or clone AirPod Pros. So it actually thinks it's the real deal. So now that it's connected, if we go into settings and I'm going to go into Bluetooth and it shows up as AirPods Pro, the second one on the list. As you can see, AirPods Pro. And if I tap on that, I also get the option for the different modes. So transparency mode or off or noise cancellation. And I can even get the option of choosing spatial audio. So as you can see over here, it's spatial audio and it lets me choose all this. Now I'm going to give you my verdict on whether these work or not. So as you can see over here, you have off, or you can choose noise cancellation, or you can choose transparency. And this is all happening with the fake, the clone AirPod Pros. Now, all these features that you saw, these are gimmicks. So obviously, these fake AirPod Pros, let me just get this out of the charger. They obviously don't have this technology built in. It doesn't have noise cancellation. It doesn't have transparency mode. It doesn't have spatial audio. Obviously, it doesn't support any of that. It's just that whatever software is baked into this, it makes the iPhone believe that it's the original AirPods Pro. So thus, it tends to give you the idea that you have all these features available on this, but none of them work. And these over here, these are fake proximity sensors. So the auto play pause, that doesn't work as well. So everything about this is fake. It doesn't have a microphone on the outside, even though it wants you to believe it does. So you really get what you pay for. Now, talking about the audio quality, like I always say that I judge earphones and speakers based on how they render the three frequencies that broadly make up any sound that you hear: the highs, the mids, and the lows. Now, highs where the really sharp sounding instruments are, mids where the vocals are, and the lows are the bass. Now, surprisingly, these earphones don't sound too bad. I was expecting that because it is such a high quality clone that they would probably have invested all of their budget into making these look like AirPod Pros and then not paying any attention to the audio quality. But surprisingly, even being such crappy clones in terms of features, the audio quality was not that bad. I mean, you cannot compare it on any level to the original AirPod Pros, but in itself, the audio quality was decent. So the highs were sharp enough, not the richest or the best quality highs, but definitely audible. The vocals is where I had the problem with, because they had a bit of interference with the high frequencies and the low end. So it wasn't as separate, as pristine as I would want it to be. So vocals are average at best, but still very audible. And the low end is average, which is surprising because I thought the low end would be poor, but it does have a bit of thump to it when you're listening to music. So it does have a decent amount of bass, which is, I would say, surprisingly good. So guys, that was my review of the AirPods Pro clones, the 1:1 replica from unboxyourmobile.com. I'll leave a link to this product in the description below. If you want to check it out or buy it, you can do so. But if you want my advice, I would say that for 1900 rupees, you are paying for a clone, which sounds decent but doesn't give you any of the features that the original one has, for obvious reasons. So if you do have a budget of 1900 rupees, I would say you go for some other truly wireless earbud, not clones, which are going to be cheaper and sound better and have all their features working. And if you want some guide to that, you can check out all the reviews of the truly wireless earbuds that I've done on my channel, and you can choose from there because they are far superior and better than these clones. But at the same time, if you just want to have fun, if you want to show it to your friends, or like I said, if you want to pretend to have AirPods Pro and not really break the bank while buying it, then you can get these clones just for fun. And they don't sound that bad, but you have to be prepared for sudden losses in connectivity and none of the features working. Even though your iPhone is going to detect them, they're not going to work. And obviously they will also work with your Android phones. So that's about it, guys. I hope you found this video helpful and entertaining. If you have, please smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers.